So the main things we talked about today was pick very light-handed. So instead of, you want to pick very soft. And one trick to help you with that is turn your amp up real loud, but pick very, very soft. So this way, even though your amp is loud, if you pick soft enough, it should still sound quiet. Practice with distortion on too, so you're able to play soft-handed, but all the quiet notes will be amplified enough so you can hear them well. The other thing, focus on trying to pick with your thumb instead of doing this motion here. Basically, this motion is too big. It's too big of a movement, and it's hard to control something like this, going back and forth, like rotating your arm this way. Even if it's because your wrist, it can't move this direction on its own. The pivot point is really going to be your forearm when you play like that. So I think that's how Eddie Van Halen does a lot of his faster style picking. And well, the truth is, Eddie Van Halen actually isn't one of the fastest guys out there. All the fastest guys that I've seen, like Yngwie Malmsteen, Steve Vai, whatnot, they're going to have more back and forth kind of motion. So it's almost like you have this line that you're going across. It's kind of a curved line. I don't know. I don't want to get confusing here. But basically, instead of making this motion, try and just make your thumb, think of it as it's just going back and forth on a line. The other thing is, make sure that you don't have a lot of pick showing. So if you have a lot of pick showing, and you have a tendency to have too much of it hit your strings. Let's see, I'm do it over here. Hopefully that shows up on the camera okay. So if you have too much pick showing and you go to pick, you have a lot of pick dragging across the string before it finally can pluck it. But if you have very little pick showing, it's going to go through the string a lot faster. So those are the big things to focus on this week. You've got pick very soft. Focus on picking with your thumb. And have very little pick showing, like 2 millimeters, 1 or 2 millimeters showing away from the top of your thumb here. So don't gauge the distance from here. You need to look at how it is going away from your thumb, like looking at it from your thumbnail out. So if you have any questions about this, please let me know. Hopefully all this makes sense, and focus on the same exercises again. And if you have to, just stick with one exercise if that makes it easier, and so you can focus on the new style of picking. Oh yeah, the other thing to work on is use your low E string for this. Use your low E string, and just maybe for like a minute straight. Just practice picking on the low E string while watching the pick barely touch the edge of the string. So if you can get used to that, that's basically how you're going to approach picking all the strings. Is you just want the pick to glide across the string. So you don't, and that's going to help by having very little pick show. So, okay, again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Hopefully this will get you going in a better direction, and I'll see you again next week.